Hi everybody, it's me Jill and welcome to Jill Informed. This is the recap of Sister Wives Season 18, Episode 17, The One-on-One Part 3. Yes, we are plugging right along with the one-on-ones. We still have one more after this. And then, I don't know, I'm hearing a lot of rumblings about other things happening. I know that after Part 4, I think there's going to be Christine's wedding is going to air. That might be a 1 or 2 part special. Let me know in the comments if you guys want me to cover that. I don't know if that would be fun to cover or not. You know, a little Christine goes a long way. Love her. Love that good things are happening for her. I believe she deserves a man she's crazy about, but she can be a bit much. Actually, in part 3 here, we get a little sample of that. But anyway, let me know if you want me to cover the wedding or not, and we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But anyway, let's get into part 3 of these one-on-ones. This one opens with Christine watching the breakup scene at Coyote Pass. This, of course, is the infamous scene where Mary and Cody break up. And because of that, as you might imagine, it was extremely traumatic for Robin. Yeah, this was kind of Robin's scene, believe it or not. So we get Christine watching it and she's like, wait, Robin was there? Why was Robin there? I mean, I think Christine has already seen this scene a million times. She knew Robin was there, but also I do appreciate somebody asking the question. So she's kind of like questioning that scene where like, what's up with like Cody telling Robin, that was my sacred covenant to you, that I promised you if I fell out of love with you, I wouldn't leave you hanging on in a pathetic place. And then we all know that what he meant was, and that's what I'm doing to Mary. Now, some people have said that what he was saying there was actually, Robin, you made me promise you that I wouldn't do to you what you are asking me to do to Mary. And that actually makes a lot of sense. I was not thinking that before, probably because I'm so prone to think that whatever Cody says is disgusting. This actually makes a lot of sense. He got angry with Robin and reminded her that you made me promise you that I wouldn't keep you hanging on if I fell out of love with you. Well, I fell out of love with Mary. I would like to let her go, but here you are, Robin, begging me to keep hanging on, and you're begging Mary to keep hanging on. You're asking Mary to be in this pathetic place that you yourself don't want to be in. Yeah, I get that now. I get why Cody was mad. Don't make me do to Mary what you didn't want me to do to you. So then Christine and Suki talk about how he said publicly that he didn't consider himself married to Mary. Suki's like, yeah, we aired that on the one-on-ones last year. She's like, yeah, it was in a clip that we showed. That's where Mary saw it for the first time, was the one-on-ones season 17. And then we watched the clip. It's very meta. We are watching Christine watch a clip of Mary watching a clip of Cody saying, I don't love her. I don't consider myself married to her anymore. And also, if she found another man, she'd get no argument from him. No, on the contrary, I think he'd be thrilled. But anyway, yeah, I mean, it's very confusing. I'm sorry it's so confusing. I feel like this is more confusing than the season 18 timeline jumping. But yeah, I hope I explained that right. We are now in present time here watching Christine watch a video of Mary from the one-on-ones season 17 watching a video of Cody in his confessionals during season 17 say that he didn't consider himself married to her anymore. I think the takeaway here is we all just kind of need to roll with it. Enjoy the train wreck that's happening in front of us and don't get too bogged down in the mechanics of it. So anyway, after acting like someone who's just figuring this out for the first time, Christine says, that's got to be the most humiliating thing ever. And you guys have seen my first wedding dress. As pathetic and terrible as Cody has treated Christine and Janelle, to hear the two of them think that Mary's treatment is pathetic has got to be just so humiliating for Mary. You know, the women he's been so bad to are pitying you. So now we're back with Suki and Mary, what she's saying here is that she wasn't going to assume anything because she deserved a conversation with Cody. So this is sort of what I suspected before, although it's a little bit of like cutting off your own nose to spite your face here. But Mary is not so much being dumb, but rather she knew exactly what was going on, and she was going to force Cody to say it to her face. She was not going to let him out of it. You know, she saw Christine almost kind of let Cody off the hook by being the one to leave him, you know, and he emotionally abandoned her years ago as well. I think probably all of them, in a sense, once he met Robin and fell in love with her. It was kind of over for the other three. So her saying, I want a divorce and I'm leaving, almost allowed Cody to be a victim. Nobody feels bad for me. Janelle doesn't feel bad for me, and I'm going through a divorce, and Christine left me. She didn't even want to work on it or go to therapy. She just told me we were done. Like, he really played up what a victim he was. And I think maybe at least a part of Mary saw that and went, no. I'm not going to leave you and let you play the victim again. Oh, another wife left me. I'm going to make you say all the ugly stuff out loud. I get to be the victim this time. I'm your victim now. She was going to make him say in a public way that you no longer love, you're a loyal wife, because Mary was loyal to him. I mean, catfishing aside. She was going to make him tell the world that he didn't love her and doesn't want to work on their marriage. I respect Mary's game in some ways, but also you play that game at the expense of your own happiness, I think. Sure, Christine may have allowed Cody to play martyr, but also she got herself out and moved on, and she's never been happier. So, you got to decide what's more important to you, I guess. Your own happiness or making Cody suffer. I see the appeal to both. The problem, though, is where Christine made the choice of saying to herself, I don't care if you look good, bad, whatever. I'm getting out and I care more about my happiness. With Mary, I think it backfired on her a little bit. I do, because, public opinion is kind of looking at her like, you're an idiot. Why would you stay with this guy who he's your husband, but he never comes and visits you even? It made her look kind of weak and stupid. And, she couldn't really come out with her game plan, although I guess she kind of is now. But she couldn't really come out and say, this is what I'm doing. So yeah, she had to keep falling back on saying things like, this is my faith. I take my covenant very seriously. This is why I'm not leaving. And none of us were really falling for that. We all just still were like, really? I know me personally, and I say this 10 times an episode, but I'm not a religious person. But I remember saying repeatedly, do you really think that's what God wants for you? For you to be lonely and unhappy? I don't know. I would like to think otherwise. So now she's telling Suki, I deserve to be told. And if he's not man enough to do that, well, I don't know what to say then. Even Suki is like, And now on the flip side of that, don't you think he's been telling you all along? That's what I mean. You're not coming off looking that great in this, Mary. Mary's just like, well, it was a very low and uncool way of doing that, if that's what he was doing. Okay, back to Cody. I gotta tell you guys, I am so frustrated by his doublespeak. But, here we go. He tells Sukanya After he made the sacred covenant with Robin, telling her that if he ever fell out of love with her, he would never leave her hanging in a pathetic place. They would release the other person. He told the other wives that. He told them about the covenant he made with Robin. Cody said, they got frustrated. They were like, oh, so anybody who wants to leave, you're free to go? That even made Murray mad. Is he saying they were mad because that goes against their spiritual beliefs, or because he didn't make the same covenant with them? Well, we'll never know, because now we just move on to Sukanya asking Janelle, what do you think about Robin being present for the ending of Mary and Cody's marriage? And Janelle's just like, yeah, I don't get that at all. I guess that was a red flag, that Mary felt like she needed somebody else there because she couldn't communicate with her own husband. Yeah. Suki asks Cody now, did you ever sit Mary down and say, hey, I've been thinking about this and I sat with it and I just don't know if I can make it work with you? Cody, yeah, like, well, no, I never did. Oh, God. We don't go deep because I don't want her reacting in a crazy way. Oh, my God. So what? To keep Mary calm, we just, be real vague and keep hope alive. Is he really saying he was just managing her emotions this whole time for like the past 10 years? Apparently. He goes, I'm not ripping off a Band-Aid. But I know where we stand. Great, but did she? Every time he opens his mouth, he looks like more and more of a monster. Every time. He blames Robin for Mary's confusion because she's the one who has been pushing for Cody and Mary's marriage to work from day one. Mary talks about how even though Cody had a sacred covenant with Robin to never string her along if he fell out of love with her, and he did not have that same covenant with her, she just wished that he would have common human decency not to do it. Suki tells Cody, Mary took your covenant very seriously. Cody, that covenant doesn't include the dissolution of my soul or personality. Huh? Is he playing Mad Libs? It's like someone wrote the frame of a sentence and he's just filling in random words. Okay, Cody, I need 2 nouns. Soul, and personality. Okay. That doesn't include the dissolution of my soul or personality. Get it? It's funny because it doesn't make sense. Then he says, that relationship doesn't work in a marriage for me. It's that simple. No. You don't get to spew nonsense words for 20 minutes and end with, it's that simple. There was nothing simple about whatever you just said. Can we get Robin out here? Because I need someone that speaks Cody fluently. Basically, what he's saying is, I don't care about the covenant if I don't want to be around Mary anymore. I just need Mary gone, covenant or not. But guys, before you're too harsh on him, in one act of final benevolence here, Cody doesn't want to talk trash about Mary the way the others have talked trash about me. Yeah, he's a sweetheart. He's a giver. Mary says that she has spent most of the time, I assume in these last 10 years, giving Cody grace. Like not pressuring him into making a decision about her, or not pressuring him to come over or spend time or talk to her or, text, or, there's no pressure to acknowledge me if we run into each other in a grocery store. You're just my husband. I don't want to pressure you to acknowledge my existence in any way. I'm giving you grace. She was doing all that until he, or what she thought would be an inevitable coming back around to, loving her. Suki, why do you think he's been so unhappy? Well, Mary doesn't know, but it's sad to her. And she doesn't know if he will ever be the old Cody again. Suki has Mary watch another clip. This one is where all of the wives in their confessionals are talking about how happy Cody used to be and how sad Cody is now. We see Cody in a confessional saying, I'm in a bad place with Janelle. Christine is gone. I don't even know what to do with Mary. Can I have her killed? Probably not. And even Robin's been thinking I've been a grouch for 2 years. So as the clip goes on, we can see they're doing picture in picture, and in the little lower box, we see that everybody is watching this clip. The clip goes on to the part where Janelle is in one of her extreme close-up confessionals where she's crying and saying, I don't know this Cody. He's just a mean person now. We see her watching it in the little box, and she turns to Suki, and she's chuckling again. I told you, Janelle is still living her best life, and I love that for her. She turns and she goes, that was right after the fight before Christmas. We see Robin saying that Cody is suspicious of anyone being disloyal to him, and he's directing that at me. And we even watch the part where Cody says, I don't want Robin to see this. By the way, it's Robin in the little box watching right now, so nice touch, TLC. Cody goes on to say, I'd like to run away from my life. Just escape. Change my name, disappear. Robin in the little box turns to Suki. Yeah, that's what he's been like. I hate my life right now. Oh man, it ends right there. I was waiting for when Cody decides that I should just be the devil that I think I am. We don't get that, at least for now. So Suki wants Mary to unpack some of that for her. Why? Mary doesn't know anything. Ask Cody. She's been in the carriage house in Parowan all season, giving Cody space and grace. Mary's basically like, I don't know. It's sad, but it's not my problem anymore. Even Suki's like, oh, really? That's a little harsh. And she's like, hey, he made it very clear he doesn't want to be in any part of my life, and I can't worry about him anymore. Well, yeah, I mean, that's obvious. She's right. But Robin, however, being the Cody whisperer, she can unpack it for Suki, but Suki is going to have to deal with some dry crying. You cannot expect Robin to explain anything without the dry cry being involved. Suki goes, you see him imploding? He tries to. Suki, is he sabotaging your relationship? Robin, he tries to. I have to stop him all the time. And then Suki goes, how? Robin, he picks fights with me. Side note, there has been so much talk over the seasons about Robin's eyebrows, and I've never mentioned them here on this channel. And I just figured I probably should before we go much further. Some believe there is use of a stencil kit involved. Others think she's just doing a bad job hand drawing them. It could be a combination of that. I'm wondering if it's just the pencil's too dark. But you know how the old saying goes with eyebrows, they should be sisters, not twins. They shouldn't be so perfectly identical. They look more natural if they're just not quite exactly the same. Yeah, well, Robins usually don't look like there's any relation whatsoever. Like not even distant cousins, like maybe neighbors who have met once or twice, but don't really hang out with each other. They're actually not that bad today. They've looked worse in the past. I'll see if I can find some pictures. I will put them up right here so that you get an idea of the brow journey that we have all been on with Robin. But my question to you guys today is this. Do you think, as I am beginning to suspect, do you think that she draws them on so that she can have a frowny, sad expression on her face at all times? no matter what she's doing, the eyebrows will always make her look sad, maybe to help the illusion of crying. Being unable to produce any moisture from your eyeballs at all must be a challenge, right? I would think you would need all the help you can get. And so maybe to just kind of draw these like downward kind of facing eyebrows that always make her look a little bit like, like there's just something there that helps the illusion. I don't know, just a thought. She does still blot her eyes with her fingers, and she does still check. She gives the quick check for any kind of moisture. Nope. Maybe take your finger and just poke yourself in the eye with it. What? I'm trying to help her. I'm trying to help. Now she's crying about how she and Cody are in very different places, about the bomb that went off in our family. And by bomb, she means Christine leaving. Yeah, Cody is angry about it. And guess where Robin is? Yeah, she's in mourning. When Sukanya talks to Cody, he agrees that he had been sabotaging his relationship with Robin. And Suki goes, "Why? You love her." Cody, "Yeah, I want to punish myself. I thought about leaving Robin and having another lover, like one that's happy. And I imagine looking at this lover and saying, I don't love you. I'm in love with the woman that I left because I was too much of a piece of shit to manage the relationship." Wow. And I imagine that lover calling her girlfriend after you leave her house and saying, "Woo, did I just dodge a bullet?" You're never going to believe what this guy I just hooked up with said. So the takeaway here is Cody is angry that Christine left, and he is processing it by self-destructing and dealing with some dark winds inside himself. Yeah, don't ask. I don't want to think about it that much. So his anger was scary to Robin because, the devil was in me. Cody says, it was a turnoff to her. To be fair, are you sure it wasn't the dark winds that were turning her off? And the dumb thing is, I was so honest. I was sharing with her things that were heartbreaking. There are some things in a man's mind that should never be expressed. Jesus. Actually, yeah, I get it. About 85% of the things in your mind, you would be much better off not expressing. Every time you open your mouth, it gets worse. Robin tells Suki that Cody's going through his "I'm suspicious of women" phase. And I just had to remind him that not all women are bad. Like Christine. Christine's not bad. I told him, I feel like you're lining up all the women, including me, and you're like, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And that's not fair. Yeah, that's not fair. Because only Janelle and Christine deserve to be shot dead for not obeying him. Robin's like, it doesn't mean we're all bad. She needs to stop saying that. Christine is not bad. Why? Why is she bad? Because she wanted her husband to love her as much as he loves you? That doesn't make her bad. Wanting a better life for herself, wanting to feel loved, does not make Christine bad. Janelle makes an interesting point. She says that Cody got to this point where he looked at Robin as this perfect person, wife, whatever, perfect wife. And if you had a difference of opinion with her, even if you expressed it very respectfully, you were looked at as unsafe or a bully. And Janelle goes, as Cody's wife, I should have been able to say, I'm having a problem here. But I couldn't. I couldn't say anything against Robin. Cody claims to have been equal with his time with all his wives. Suki suggests that that wasn't the case, and he goes, that's a lie. I had one of my children complain that I was always at Robin's. During COVID, Robin became the scapegoat for everything. Then he's like, there's something that has drawn the wrath from the public, the tabloids, sister wives, something going towards Robin where she was being blamed for everything that Cody was actually doing. And Cody says that it got to be so much and he was getting so angry about it that I was to the point where if somebody had a complaint about Robin, I'd be like, shut up or I'll punch you in the mouth, you know? No, we don't know. I hope I never know. I hope I never get to the point where it makes sense that you want to punch one of your kids or one of your wives in the mouth because they said something unflattering about Robin, or because your kid wanted more time with you and suggested that Robin might be the reason that you were staying away. Probably because before Robin, you were more equitable with your time with all of your kids. It probably did feel a lot more fair. You know, it's like, instead of taking notice that the rest of the family is feeling neglected and then wanting to do something about it to correct it, he became angry that the rest of the family noticed that he was spending more time with Robin. Side note, you know, I used to think he was such a good dad, and I don't totally blame myself for thinking that at the beginning, that he was fun and he was a great dad, all of that. Because I blame all of the adults for hiding things from us at the beginning in some sort of a collected effort to portray polygamy as, hey, we're just like you know? There's not that much different. We're a normal family. We get along. It's functioning. Can be really good for everyone involved here. So when Suki is talking with Christine about Robin, Christine's trying to kind of dissect her relationship with Robin. And she's like, you know, I mean, look, there were a couple of times, I guess, yes, you could consider that I was aggressive toward her. But we talked it through, and I thought we worked things out. Like one time I offended Robin. That's all I'm going to say about that. And we talked it through, and I thought we were fine after that. But I kept hearing about it over and over again. So Suki's like, what was it? Because she knows Christine's going to spill. And Christine goes, well, okay, it was this stupid personality test that we took. I delved into it further because I was fascinated by it and like all the different personalities that we had. Suki pushes Christine to like get to it. What did you say to Robin? And Christine goes, okay, her personality loves drama. They love talking about their drama so that other people can feel how they feel. On the flip side, they love listening to other people's drama. They live for that connection with other people over drama. And that's what she got mad at. I called her dramatic. Well, that was a long way to get to an insult. So now Suki mentions the personality test to Janelle, and she's already smiling. Of course she is. She doesn't remember what anyone's results were, but she does remember taking it. And Suki goes, do you remember your personality? And Janelle goes, yeah, I'm the diplomat, the peacemaker. She doesn't remember anybody else's, though. Then Suki brings up the personality test to Mary. Mary, can't remember. Wow. Okay. That tells me one thing and one thing only. You can remember. You just don't want to talk about it. Suki goes, well, did you agree with it? And Mary does remember that, yes, I remember agreeing with it. She thought that it was pretty accurate to her personality. She's like, I don't know, maybe I was a 3 or a B. I don't know. I don't know what that is. I have since looked up. It's an Enneagram test, and I did take it online. There's a free one you can take online, but they never sent me the results, so I am going to do it again. If I remember, I'll let you guys know what mine turns out to be like. But it's 180 questions. It took forever, and when it ended, I've put my email address. I've never gotten anything. I don't know if it's supposed to take a long time for the results to come to you, but I haven't gotten them yet. So we'll see. I might have to do it again. Anyway, this was a test that they took when they were in a therapy session. It was like one of their first, or maybe the first therapy session that they had as a family, just the adults, but as a family with Nancy. And she gave them all this test. And it was actually on the air. So other people, podcasters, people who do better research than I, looked it up, and it was season 6, episode 10, I believe. Anyway, Suki asks Mary, do you remember any of the others? And she's like, nope. She does have a feeling that all of them were pretty accurate to the personality of the other people. She just doesn't remember the results. And now Suki asks Robin if she remembers the personality test. Robin, yeah, I never took it, but I remember it. Suki, you never took it? Because she knows Christine just told her Robin's results. So this, of course, shocks Suki. And she goes, you never took it? Robin, some of us took it. I never did. Suki, huh. Christine mentioned that you guys took it and talked about, like, you know, what archetype you are. Robin, oh, yeah. Wait, maybe I did. Maybe you did. Suki kind of dances around Robin's assessment. She just says, yeah, it was described as you were somebody who liked drama and you were really upset about it. And it like created this drama between you and Christine. Robin, I don't have any memory of that. That's interesting. Yeah, it is. Then she says, I didn't take a questionnaire, so if somebody was coming up with my personality type, they took the test for me. Wow. Bold accusation, because obviously somebody is Christine, and now it sounds like she's accusing Christine of answering the questions on her behalf.
Well, surprise, surprise, I actually did a little research and I found that episode where the entire family is taking a personality test. And who's that filling out a questionnaire with her own 2 hands? Well, that looks like our good friend Robin.
Well, now she just comes right out and says Christine's name. She goes, and if it was somebody going, oh, this is who you are, Christine didn't know me. She didn't take the time to get to know me very well. So with Christine, Suki asks her, why are you and Robin not friends? And Christine said, well, because I don't trust her. I think she says one thing but does another. Christine goes, you know, she'll say she wants one big family, but then she does separate things with Cody. Christine's like, look, I won't blame her for the whole family falling apart. That is not all on her, but I don't trust her. When Suki asks Mary about Robin, Mary says that she and Robin are going to have to navigate their relationship going forward. Mary's like, because now I'm friends with my ex-husband's wife. Well, not now. You've been friends with your ex-husband's wife for about 10 years. Just saying. Mary says that she no longer considers herself a sister wife. She no longer considers that she has sister wives because they aren't married to the same man. Mary tells Suki that she has a bigger support system in Parowan. Shout out to BFF Jen. Jen has been the person in the past decade that Mary has trusted the most. And Suki goes, you're admitting that you don't trust your sister wives? I mean, not really a gotcha moment, Suki. Of course she doesn't. Like, that feels obvious to me. Mary just says, yeah, because Jen has my back and I know she won't talk trash about me. And Suki goes, so why don't you feel that way about your sister wives? Suki, do you watch the show? Mary goes, because they don't have my back. And by the way, I don't have sister wives, just FYI. I'm a single woman. She does agree that Robin has her back, but when she's asked if she trusts her implicitly, no. Suki, why? Well, because during the catfishing situation, there was a friend of Robin's at the time that kind of inserted herself. And Suki's like, with the person that catfished you. And Mary's like, yeah, the crazy psycho person. And this friend of Robin's was feeding Robin and Cody information about Mary, making them think that Mary was having an affair. So I'm assuming that this friend of Robin's reached out to or got to know the woman that was catfishing Mary or something, and then was like relaying stuff back that Mary would say to this woman. And, honestly, I don't know how you guys feel about this because this was just online. Obviously, they never met. But Mary thought this was a man. And Mary, I think, had it been a man, who knows where it would have gone. I'm just saying, I consider that cheating. I'm not saying I don't understand why she did it. Yeah, she was totally being neglected by her own husband. I get that. I don't think it was right. Mary should not have engaged in pursuing some kind of relationship with a man online. Man. She thought it was a man. So that is kind of cheating in my book. But anyway, because Robin's friend was doing this, it made Mary pull back a lot from her relationship with Robin. Now, Mary does say that the trust has built back up with Robin. And Robin's side of the story, when Suki asks her about it, is, everything's great with her and Mary. I told Mary everything that this person told me because I wanted her to know what was being said. And ultimately, I told that person to stop. And then I guess maybe Robin is no longer friends with that person because of it. I don't know. But I'm assuming that for Mary to say that she had built back up trust with Robin, it would involve Robin like having that person out of her life, So Suki says to Robin now, ultimately this is a good thing for Mary, divorcing from Cody and moving on. And Robin goes to leave. And Suki said, yeah. It's a good thing for your sister wife or ex-sister wife to be able to move on with her life. Robin, she's still my sister wife. So Suki goes, I'm sorry, I missed that. When I was saying that she was your ex-sister wife, what did you say? Please don't. Please don't call her that. You can other places, but not to me. First of all, who gave her tissues? She's reaching across to a box of tissues. You had access to tissues this whole time? What was this about? What was the finger positioning with I feel like we went through all positions. We looked at our fingertips. And there was a box of tissues right there. So yeah, Suki, you can call Mary an ex-sister wife to other people all you want, but not in front of Robin. Never in front of Robin. So Suki goes, how do you see her, Robin? She's my sister wife. So is Janelle. So is Christine. She grabs another tissue. I am certain the first one is bone dry. Why we're grabbing a second, unclear. Robin, I'm sorry. I don't know how to let it go. And this isn't just me being dramatic. Thank you, Christine. Does she think Christine is in heaven? Or is the green room one floor above? I don't know why we're looking to the heavens. Yeah, that is unclear. What is clear is that Robin hates Christine. Oh my God, she loathes her. And I feel like that was just a little slip in Robin's facade of, I'm just the victim and I'm sad. Oh no, we saw a little something else there. Cody's angry, I'm in mourning, but you're also a little angry. Right? Sorry, Christine. So next, Sukanya asks Christine about the Christmas exchange, the text exchange that kind of ended everything for the kids there. And we see a little clip of the family discussing it and how it kind of all went to hell because Robin got involved. After the clip plays, we come back to Suki and Christine. And Christine says something that has never made me more jealous of another human being in my life. She said, I wasn't on the text chain, but I saw it. and I read through all of it. Oh, you're killing me. You are killing me. Could somebody just please post it online? Please? I want to pore over it. I want to analyze every line. I want to see who said what. Was that Maddie? Was that Logan? Then what did McKelty say? What did Aurora? Well, I want to know all of it, and I want to just dissect it to death. That is how I like to spend my time. So Christine goes, I didn't know how Robin's kids felt. And I just felt like it was getting out of hand and that they need therapy. What? Suki said Robin's kids themselves were on the text thread. They said it themselves. I'm so glad she said it like that because I had no idea prior to right now that Aurora and I'm assuming it was just Aurora and Brianna, probably not Dayton. I don't know. But I did not know they were on the text thread. I thought Robin was speaking on their behalf this whole time. So I'm so glad that Suki asked her, the kids said it themselves? And Christine said, yes. And they said they felt apart from the whole family from the beginning. And she's like, I didn't know. Maybe we should have known. I'm not exactly sure what she meant by that. Did she mean maybe we should have been more in tune to how they were feeling? How were we oblivious to it? Or did she mean they or Robin should have told them from the beginning, my kids are feeling left out, so that they can talk it through, I guess? Probably the latter. Anyway, Suki's now with Robin, and Robin says, well, what happened was I was being told that the kids hated me. Suki, in the text thread? And Robin goes, no, before that. I was being told that the kids hated me and my kids. Okay, so now it's her kids too. Suki, horrified, says, who told you that? Robin, a person. Okay. Well, it's either Cody or she's lying. It's false information either way. We saw Gabe, Garrison, and Gwendolyn talk about how much they missed Robin's kids. We heard Gwendolyn say that she considers them her siblings and that she even considers Robin to be a mom, one of her moms still, but they missed them. Garrison said, Dayton, I miss Dayton. Gabe and Aurora see each other at school and hug and say, I love you. What? Who is telling you that the other kids hate you and your kids? First of all, who do you even talk to? McKelty? McKelty wouldn't say that. It's got to be Cody telling you that, or you made it up and you're telling your own kids. And I think it's abusive. So Robin goes on to say, I was being told this. And so when I was trying really hard for us to be on a video call for the sake of the little kids. Oh, okay. So the little kids are not hated by the others. Got it. Because it's a memorable experience for some of the kids, some of the older kids. It's like tradition. I wanted the little kids to be involved because they don't remember their siblings or their names, like whose name goes with who. So when I got pushed back, I thought, why am I even trying? Okay. Oh, let's unpack that. There's so much that bothers me. Robin, if your little kids don't remember their siblings, that's on you and Cody. If you can't get together with them or invite them over for something, anything, have them come over. If you can't do that, then why don't you have pictures in the house? You got enough crap on your walls as it is. Is there not an inch of space on the walls that you can put up a picture of Cody's other children? How about a scrapbook? How about a photo album where you sit down with Saul and Ariella and you're like, okay, and that's Gwendolyn and that's Maddie. And Maddie's got little kids and here's their names. And You could do that. You could do that every night to keep the memory alive of who's who and whose name goes with whose face. That is not the fault of your little children. That's your fault and Cody's fault. You could do all that, but better yet, invite them over. Spend time with them. And the other thing that is, I'm not buying that you were told by a person that Cody's children hate you and hate your children, yet you were still cool with let's try to get a gift exchange going. You were really trying to get involved there. I don't buy it. You let your mask slip a little bit when you were talking about Christine. So I know what you're like. I know you have a little bit of hatred there. I don't think you would be involved if these kids hated your kids. I don't think you'd be trying to get a Zoom call going. I don't believe you. That doesn't make sense. I do believe that you got butthurt when somebody didn't like your idea of the Zoom call, and so you were like, well, why am I even trying? I do think that happened. I do believe that you don't like to be challenged at all, and you want everyone to go with like your ideas on things. That I believe. Anyway, Suki now asks Janelle her version of what happened. I think Janelle is kind of oversimplifying things. She says, well, look, my kids are on the East Coast. Well, one of your kids. Anyway, she goes, my kids are on the East Coast, and they're like, we can't just like jump on a Zoom call at 9:00 at night. So they were asking just to schedule a different time. Then it turned into, you've always treated us badly. I'm so tired of trying to work on this. And we were like, wow, just wow. And Suki goes, who said that? And Janelle goes, a person. No, just kidding. She said, Robin. Robin said it. Robin was like, you guys have treated me so badly. I'm so tired, I don't want to work on this anymore. All because some kids on the East Coast wanted to reschedule? I don't know about that. But Janelle says, then her kids just started piling on with things like, you guys treated us so horribly, we're never going to want to have families of our own because this experience was so terrible. And Janelle was like, whoa. I don't know how it went from let's not have a video call at 9 p.m. Eastern time to you guys were so horrible to us. It spiraled so quickly, it was insanity. Back to Robin. Yeah, my kids expressed themselves and the other kids started mocking them and dismissing them. So my kids came to me and they said, we don't feel emotionally safe to be in this gift exchange anymore. Are those the words they used? Your 17-year-old didn't feel emotionally safe to exchange Christmas presents? Okay. Back to Christine. She goes, yeah. And then after that, Robin just said, Dad and I decided our kids aren't going to participate in the gift exchange. And the kids were devastated. What? Why? What does this mean? Why can't we just move past this and be siblings? Okay, well, Christine may have gotten the drama personality assessment as well. But she does say that there was not a division of the siblings between Robin's kids and the rest of the kids until Robin put it there. And Janelle goes, yeah, when Robin said, Dad and I, we're just going to do our own separate thing, she said, my kids were like, you mean our dad? Like, you know, the father to all of us? And Janelle doesn't understand why Robin said that the other kids never wanted her and her kids in the family. She's like, I have no idea. It's like some weird paranoia. Anyway, Robin says, yeah, I mean, there have been times in the past that I've had to go to Christine or Janelle and tell them that a child of yours is being hard on a child of mine. She claims that her kids have been told that they don't belong by, I'm guessing, a person. I've watched this show since season 1. I've never seen the kids act. Sure, do they fight like siblings fight? Yes. Have they been mean to each other? Probably, yeah. I probably never even really registered with me because they're kids, and that's what kids do, you know? But maybe Robin has raised her children very differently. It sounds like there has been some sort of Stepford child mind manipulating going on or something. So yeah, maybe they are different than the other kids and they're not used to kids being like wild and fighting with each other. Maybe that's it. But no, they were not accepting, and we know that they're accepting now. We've heard them say that. So this all just feels like a real lie to me. So now I guess everyone's kind of being asked about what that was like when Robin and the kids joined the family. And Mary says that she does think that some family members felt like Robin and her kids were forced on them, and that there should have been more conversations first, like, you know, they felt like they didn't have an opinion in the matter. Yeah, I don't know if she's talking about Christine and Janelle, but Mary, you know, at least this is the way they kind of presented it on the show at the time, that Mary kind of became friendly with Robin and thought she would be perfect for the family and a nice fit, and that Mary kind of, you know, felt the calling to have Robin be part of the family and talk to Cody about it. And then that's when Cody and Robin started courting. And that maybe Christine and Janelle were kind of like, what's happening here? Who's joining the family? That maybe they're the ones that felt like they didn't have any say at all. And this was like just happening to them, kind of. I'm just saying maybe that's what Mary's referring to there. But Janelle says that we all kind of told our children, just accept these kids as your siblings. And it was all done kind of quickly without checking everybody's temperature about it. Look, you know, it's hard enough when a little kid finds out that mommy's having a baby and now they're going to have a sibling and they had no say-so in that, right? But to be a family of 13 kids and being told there's going to be 3 more all at once and some are older than you and so, you know, like that, that's a lot. That's, you know, it's a lot to spring on a kid. And yeah, maybe they should have been more thoughtful about it with each of the kids and taken more time talking about it. So we end part 3 with Christine telling Sukanya that she's engaged and I'm getting married to the love of my life. Yeah, again, are you sure it wasn't your personality that came back dramatic and Robin's came back depressed? Suki asked to see the ring. She shows it. I believe, and don't hold me to this, but I believe the ring was made with the melted down parts of Mary's ring. Not 100% sure about that. Anyway, we get the lowdown on David. They met online. She saw his eyes and she thought, I want to be looked at with that look of love by those eyes for the rest of my life. So check, swipe right or left, I don't know. And they went on a date and he was sweet and charming and he said all the right things. And on the 4th date, it was his birthday and he brought her to his birthday party with his whole family and she met them for the first time. And it was at that birthday party on their 4th date that she fell in love with him. Yep. They were all sitting at a table and he pulled her chair close to his and she put her head on his chest. And it was like I took my first breath. I thought, I love him. Oh my God. Suki goes, aw. And how is David different than Cody? Well, for one, he lets me put my head on his chest. Christine's like, well, David loves me. And I don't have to do anything to earn his love. It's just there. Which is both sweet and incredibly sad. That this is the first time she's with someone whose love doesn't need to be earned. So Suki goes, can I ask you a total girlfriend question? And I'm thinking, oh God, please don't. You already heard how she took her first breath. I can only imagine. So Christine's like, yeah, of course. Suki, you know how when you like feel that electricity, like from your toes, that tingling all the way up, like, did you feel that electricity from the first kiss? And Christine's like, yes, yes, again, yes. It was like a movie. Again, Christine, you're holding both of the personality tests. Could you have mixed them up accidentally? I'm just asking, the drama queen and the Debbie Downer. Could you have, no? Okay. It's like, tone it down, girl. I'm super happy for you. I really am. But like, you are a lot right now. Even Suki, who had to ask the girlfriend question, is like, okay, calm down. He's no Shamar Moore. Just saying. Anyway, that was it for part 3. We still have the chilling conclusion next week. And by chilling, I mean probably just more clips of the season that we're going to ask everybody's opinion about separately. So, yeah, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this recap. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. If you have yet to subscribe to my channel, please consider doing so. And if you click on the bell icon, you will get a notification every time I post something new here. For those of you that are new here, I'm an Amazon associate. And if you go in the description box below this video and look at the drop-down menu, I have listed links to various items from Amazon, and you click on any one of those links, even if you don't buy that particular item. If you stay logged into your Amazon account, anything that you put in your cart and eventually purchase, I will get a small percentage of. So thank you for going through that whole process. It doesn't cost you anything. It's just, I know it's kind of a pain, but I appreciate it. And yeah, that's it. Next week is the final part of the one-on-ones for Sister Wives. I hope I see you then. I love you guys. Till next time. Bye.